I'm going to be giving you very simple, less than 10-minute quick tips and hacks for you to be able to actually use. These will all be action items. I'm simply here to provide value for you.
We interrupt this program to bring you this important message. Welcome to Marketing Interruption, a daily podcast powered by BlueTuskr that interrupts your day with marketing news, tips and strategies from an entrepreneur who lives and breathes marketing. Now, let the interruption begin with your host, Andrew Maff.
Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Marketing Interruption. My name is Andrew Maffetone and I am the host of this awesome podcast. At least I hope it will be awesome. Today I am going to simply just be giving you an introduction to what this podcast is going to be all about, a little bit about who I am, and of course why I think that one day when you start to enjoy this more, you should rate, review, subscribe, and make sure to send in any questions you may have. So just to kind of kick us off here, all of these podcasts will be very short. I've listened to more marketing podcasts than I'd care to share, and I'm sure one day I will. But one thing I've noticed is that they can really drag on for 30 or 45 minutes a week, if not longer, with a ton of real nothing. Now, there are a lot of podcasts out there that simply don't do that, but there are way, way more that do. And so what I'd like to do is bring to you a daily podcast Monday through Friday. I like my weekends. And I'm going to be giving you very simple, less than 10-minute quick tips and hacks for you to be able to actually use. These will all be action items. I'm simply here to provide value for you. I don't care what your commute is. You have plenty of time to listen to me for under 10 minutes. I'll make sure we have some great guests on. There will be a lot to listen to going forward. There's not that much that I'd like to go over today simply because I don't want to start off the very first episode explaining immediately, do this, do this, do this. What I'd like to do is just use this as an opportunity to explain to you what this podcast is going to be. It'll be released every day, Monday through Friday, and I'm going to make sure that I can give you some real value, some actual action items. I'm not going to stick directly to SEO or paid advertising or branding or email marketing, and I'm not going to stick specifically to any industry. I won't be doing simply e-commerce or anything along those lines. I'm going to try to cater to as much as possible. The other thing I would like to do is to actually attempt to involve you as much as I can. I know at a certain point, maybe that won't be as scalable as I would like it to be, but we'll see how that goes. And essentially what I'd like to do is I'd like everyone to email me at marketinginterruption@bluetuskr.com. And what will happen is you can send me anything that you would like to make sure that I'm discussing for that day, or maybe a specific host that you want, or ideally, please send in your questions. It will give me so much more content to be able to create, and I won't have to work as hard because I'm not going to have to think about what it is I'm saying that day. But what I'm also going to do is at the end of every week, we'll be recapping everything that we went through for the week. So we'll talk about what it is we talked about Monday through Thursday, and I'm going to use that opportunity to answer any questions if I hadn't already gotten to as many as I could earlier that week. During this week, I'll give you a little bit of heads up. The one kind of fluffy thing, which we'll get into, is tomorrow's episode. I'm going to touch in on, obviously, what is going on right now with everyone working from home, or where businesses are going to be once this kind of subsides at this rate probably next year. And I'm going to touch a little bit on that. And then we're going to get into a lot of other stuff. I'll make sure I touch in on SEO. I'll touch in on Facebook. And I'll make sure I'll put in the show notes every time that I mention something specific, whether you actually need a screenshot or some kind of ebook that I reference, or a list of links to other podcasts. Because obviously, even though I would love to think that everyone's only going to listen to one podcast, that's total BS. So I will definitely be telling you the ones that I think you should go listen to that obviously sparked inspiration for this podcast. So of course, I would really like it if you guys would give me the chance, go ahead and subscribe, rate and review. I don't know what you're going to rate on this first episode, but we'll see how it goes. And we'll see as I start to develop my voice. But as many marketers have said over the years, you really just need to start, and then eventually it will start to fill its spot and will start to do what you need it to do. So for now, that's the end of today's episode. I'm not going to give you guys anything else, and I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow. Please rate, review, subscribe, and make sure you email me with any marketing questions you may have. If not, but I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for today's Marketing Interruption. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show. And don't forget to email marketinginterruption@bluetuskr.com with any marketing questions you'd like to have answered on the show. And head over to marketinginterruption.com shop.bluetuskr.com to catch up on past episodes. Until next time, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.